Hey Leos, and happy birthday. Welcome to your August 2018 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. Okay, I want to welcome you guys to my channel, whether it's your first time or you're a return viewer or subscriber. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this message resonates. Okay, guys, if you find that the message isn't resonating, remember to check out your moon sign, your rising, or your Venus, because sometimes those planets are more prominent. And also, this is a general reading, so it may resonate for you, it may not. Okay, it's not gonna be for everyone. If that's possible, then I'd be so happy with it. But if not, hey, and I found a cute little, I had this on one of my bracelets. It's a little crown. So this is the Leo crown for your videos. Okay, it fell off my bracelet, so I was like, oh, perfect for the reading. So hey, Leos, here's your crowns. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see what's going on for the month of August. Let's see what you guys have, who you're in love with, who you're running away from, who you're trying to get back to. What's going on, Leos? First card represents your current energy. And we've got the Six of Wands in the reverse, all right? So, Leos, this is your month and your season, but you're dealing with a situation where either you're fearful about the future of a relationship, or you're fearful that you're going to be in a relationship with someone. All right, there's some fears and some concerns. For some of you, this just can indicate that your confidence is not there. And I mean, hello, you're Leos. What's going on? Why would your confidence be low? Okay, Leos, remember, you're the kings and the queens, right? So, for some of you, this can just indicate like sexual conquest. So if you're just enjoying your summer, guys, then more power to you, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify this current energy. And we got the Two of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, you're definitely concerned about the future of your relationship, okay? Maybe you're not on the same page with your partner right now if you are in a relationship. Maybe you guys are just having some fights, some arguments that are, it's kind of pulling your energy down, okay? You're not seeing eye to eye. If you're single, this to me is just solidifying that maybe you're not even looking for a relationship right now. You're not looking for a soulmate. You're not looking to be on the same page with someone. You're just trying to enjoy yourselves, okay? Sorry about I have this bad habit of peeling off my nail polish. I've had it on for all of like 2 days and I'm already peeling it off. But let's go ahead and see what's going on, what your challenges or what's crossing your energy. And we got the Knight of Cups in the reverse, okay? So the Knight of Cups represents, the Knight of Cups represents not being honest in love, okay? So, if you just want a one-night stand, or if you just want a sexual relationship, then just be honest about it, okay? There's no need to lead anyone on. Also, your challenge could be that you're dealing with someone who has this Knight of Cups energy, okay? This kind of like bad Romeo energy, all right? Bad romance. Like they're all about romancing you, but they're not about committing or staying, okay? And they may even be romancing other people as well. So that may be why, you've got this situation going on here, because your challenge is that you're dealing with someone who is not going to offer you any type of stability and security. If this is an ongoing relationship, then I just feel like you guys are at a point where maybe there needs to be some emotional honesty, okay, as far as what's going on here. Yeah, your challenge is to communicate, all right? Communicate what you're feeling with each other. Communicate the fact that, you're feeling a little bit insecure, you're feeling fearful about the situation. For others of you, this is just, once again, you receiving messages. Maybe your challenge is that, maybe you're getting a lot of messages from this Knight of Cups in reverse person, or, your challenge, like I said, is to communicate to people the fact that you don't want a relationship if that's what's going on with you. Okay, Leos, so we have Leos that are in a relationship that need to communicate how they feel about the future of the relationship and how they feel about how things are now. And then you have single Leos who just need to be honest with people that they don't want a relationship. All right. Moving on to your past energy, we got the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, this just could have been a time where you guys were moving and operating as a team. Okay, so if you're in a relationship, maybe in the past you were moving as a team, where now you guys are kind of having a few issues. But also for some of you, this represented possibly dealing with someone at your workplace. You know, maybe being in a third-party situation with someone at your job. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify that. That person could have been a Pisces or an Aries, okay, if there was a third-party situation. If there's no third-party situation, I feel like this is just the opposite of what's going on now. In the past, you guys were more confident. You were more in tune with yourselves. You were more cheerful and optimistic about life. You were in a relationship where there was cooperation, okay? So for the couples, this is just indicating to me that you're coming out of a time where you guys were on the same page, and for whatever reason now, you guys are not on the same page, and I think it's because there is a lack of communication as far as the emotions in the situation are concerned. Someone's not being honest with how they feel emotionally, okay? Moving on to the future energy, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this Knight of Pentacles comes up for you guys a lot, Leo. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who is steadfast, someone who is reliable, someone who is dependable, they're faithful, slow to commit, okay, slow to get you to that commitment, but they're very picky about who they want to be with. So if they're spending time with you, then, you know, you can more than not realize that they're probably going to get there. You're just going to have to be very patient with this person. For a relationship, this just represents the routine, okay? When things get routine in a relationship and, you know, people start getting a little antsy and bored. Let's go ahead and clarify that. Yeah, we've got the Eight of Wands in the reverse, okay? So it's a lack of energy. I think it's just that point that all relationships kind of hit a plateau, right? Now, for the person who is in a relationship, if you're a Leo that's in a relationship, like I said, this is the plateau. This is one of those plateaus where it's like, what's going on? You know, you may have feel like you kind of rushed into the situation, or you just feel like things are a little bit stagnant, but, you know, it's just the fact that you guys have settled into a routine, okay? Now, for those of you who are single, I feel like this is a situation where maybe there was someone who felt like they rushed into something with you because, you know, maybe you guys are, you know, having... you're dependable as far as being there for them, but the commitment, once again, that you don't want is lacking, okay? So that's why it's very important to be very clear that you don't want the commitment, because you don't want a situation in the future where somebody is getting on you because they feel like you're not giving them everything that they want, and meanwhile, you never had the intentions of giving them that in the first place, okay? Now, moving on to what you want. You want to not feel trapped, okay? You don't want to be bound or trapped in any type of a situation. This is about seeing things clearly, seeing things for exactly what they are, okay? So for you, you may feel like maybe if you're in a couple or relationship, you feel like maybe your partner is the one who's not communicating with you and you want transparency. All right, for my singles, that's just about you not really wanting to be tied down to anything. Let's go ahead and clarify that. Yeah, Ace of Swords, you want clear communication. All right, this is communicating exactly. This is clarity. So definitely I feel like there's a situation where you guys are just not happy with the... For my relationships, it's about communicating with your partner. For my singles, it's about, you know, being very clear on what you want from a person. Now, singles, if you want a relationship, okay, if you do want a relationship and it's not about you having your freedom, maybe yes, you are having sexual casual relationships right now, but you do actually want a relationship, then you should be very clear about that also. And don't wind up in a situation with someone that you rushed into because you thought this person was going to give you commitment and they're just going to be dragging their feet and taking forever. Okay? Internal factors, what's driving you. All right? Five of Swords in the reverse. clarify that. Ooh, the devil in the reverse. So you don't want this conflict, okay? You're over the conflict. You're over the fighting. You don't want to feel trapped and bound to a situation. So for some of my Leos, if you're in a relationship now where you feel like there was any type of devil energy, as far as whether it was codependency, whether it was just, bad relationship habits, whether it was just an unhealthy connection, whatever it may be, you are trying to move away from that, okay? You're tired of the fighting. You're tired of the mind games, whether you realize it or not, okay? And that may be why, this Two of Cups is here, because you're just tired of dealing with this Knight of Cups energy. All right, for those of you who are dealing with someone who's the Knight of Cups. For my singles, I think that you're trying to explore, parts of your nature without getting too caught up, okay? And so, like I said, if you feel like there's a situation, there's a theme here of you not being trapped, okay? Of not being trapped and of communication. So I think that, going forward, maybe it's a situation where, it's just about being honest about things that, make you feel either suffocated or make you feel like the other person isn't interested, okay? And I know, Leos, you guys don't have a problem speaking up and communicating. So, I think that's what's going on. I think this is just about you getting to that point where you do communicate to this other person what it is that you actually want and what it is that you're actually looking for, okay? Your advice, 9 of Pentacles. So for some of you, it's about being single. It's about enjoying everything that you have, okay? It's about the fact that you've got everything that you want, and maybe you just don't need to commit to this particular person at this time. All right, for others of you that are already in a relationship, it's about enjoying everything that you guys have in this relationship, okay? With the 9 of Pentacles, yeah, some people feel like this is an independence card or the card of not committing, but it's also a card of enjoying the fruits of your efforts, okay? Maybe it's taken a lot for you guys to get where you are. And so now, versus, worrying and fretting over not being on the same page, how about we give ourselves a round of applause for how far we've come? And sometimes when you fall back on that and you realize, look, we've been through a lot, okay? We've come this far. That kind of helps to smooth over whatever issues that you're having. And then it gets you to a place where you can better discuss things in a better mind frame, because it's like, hey, look at all this that we have. We have an amazing relationship. All right, we may not be on the same page all the time, but we have, we do have a lot of good things here going for us. For those of you, like I said, that is single, I think this is just about you, embracing and enjoying that singleness until you meet someone who is going to give you that kind of commitment and the kind of the kind of relationship you want, no matter what kind of relationship that is, okay? And so moving on now to the external factor of this reading, we've got the Hermit in reverse. So somebody may be kind of isolating themselves from you while they think things over. All right. For some of you, somebody sees you as the Hermit in reverse. Someone sees you as kind of being isolating and being doubting yourself. And, we've got that 6 of Wands in reverse here. So that's a possibility for some of you. Let's go ahead and clarify. Oh, and then some of you are dealing with a Virgo, okay? Go ahead and clarify that. Ooh, 10 of Swords in the upright. So someone has been hurt by you, Leo. And they're isolating themselves. And maybe that's why you guys are not on the same page, because they feel hurt and betrayed for some reason. And they're taking a step back. Okay, so for those of you who are in a relationship with someone and you're feeling fearful basically because this person is not communicating with you, they're not engaging, they're not emoting, okay, because they're isolating themselves from you because they're trying to get over what has happened, that they feel like it has really hurt them. They feel really betrayed by this, okay? And for others of you, that's what you are being seen as, okay? So people on the outside looking in can see where you've isolated yourself because of a situation that has really hurt you. All right, moving on to what your hopes and your fears are. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're hoping for some balance. All right, you're hoping to be able to balance whether it's your emotions or whether it's this relationship with everything that you have in your life. and we get the Star card in the reverse. So I feel like it's more about balancing yourself. It's balancing, your emotions. It's getting a handle on your confidence and your self-esteem. Okay, Leo. So to see a Leo, and here I don't know if you saw the imagery of this Two of Cups that's in reverse. There's a lion on the top of here. So Leos, what's happened or what's going on to make you kind of question yourself, okay? Or doubt yourself. And so I feel like you just want to get a handle on that because that's not natural for you. That's not a natural way for you guys to be in your relationships. Okay? Moving on to the outcome of this reading. Oh, we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. So there's some sadness here. All right? There's some sadness. There's some disappointment that can represent an outpouring of, so maybe you get that communicating that you're looking for, but it's like emotional. It's very emotional. It's not necessarily the most positive of emotions. Yeah, and we got clarify that we got the Knight of Wands. So some of you, may have realized that you were dealing with someone who wasn't necessarily faithful, or whether you weren't faithful, Leo. Okay, that can go either way. So you guys let me know. Don't get upset with me if you were faithful. I'm not accusing anyone of doing anything they didn't do. But I'm just looking at the cards. So someone is really sad and really feeling let down because either they realized that someone that they were dealing with wasn't trustworthy and was kind of probably had other, people or whatever the case may be. There's some betrayal here. Okay, so whether you were the betrayer or the betrayee, I feel like you guys are trying to figure out if you can get back on the same page, if you can get past this. All right, if you guys have enough history and if it's time to be single, okay? So I feel like that's where you guys are at. You guys are actually at the communication, and that's what the Page of Wands can indicate also, that you're at the point where it's time to evaluate the next stage of action or the next course of action for the relationship. All right, for my singles, I think this is just your disappointment because maybe there was someone that you actually really like and you realize that this person is not really trying to commit to you, okay? So, like I said, if those flags are there, just hold on to them because you don't want to be in this future position, hoping and waiting for a commitment or being in something with someone who, you feel like you rushed into it or you feel like you're falling out of love with them because they're not kind of giving you what it is that you were looking for. All right, Leo. So for you guys this month, I think it's all about the communication and being transparent, okay? Whether you're single and just mingling or whether you're in a relationship and you guys have come through a rough patch and you're trying to figure out what the next move is. All right, guys, so happy birthday once again. I hope that this month everything works out great for you guys. If you would like a more personalized reading, if parts of this resonated for you and you just want to have your own story, go ahead and hit me up at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. All my information is in the description bar below. And I will see you guys at the next reading. Also, check out the relationship readings because they're up for August already.